Love this week on Got Clutter, Get Organized a Conversation. I'm going to give you some end of the year tips to help you organize your life and organize your time. Because if right now you're feeling, you know what, Janet, I want to go into the new year a little bit more organized, better managing my time, but also better managing my life and my resources, this episode is for you. Hello and welcome to Got Clutter, Get Organized, a Conversation. It is the last episode for 2025. Can you believe how fast just a year just went, came and went? In this episode, I want to give you some strategies to organize your time and your life before the new year. This is going to be a brief episode, but I wanted to pack it with some things that you can do and you can think about as you enter a new year. So get your pen, your pencil, your tablet, or if you want, you could just sit back and listen and then listen to this again. And I do encourage you to share this with somebody who you know is really struggling with just living that what they want, that organized life, better managing their time. So the first thing is definitely audit your time and set priorities. What do you want your 2026 to look like? Do you want to be healthier? Does that mean you have to set a priority to make sure you exercise each and every day? Do you want to make sure that you eat healthier? Does that mean meal planning or maybe changing what you actually bring into your home? Because I love lots of different types of food, but I only bring things that are healthy into the home. Love fried chicken, but I don't cook it in the home, but I definitely will eat it out. So think about, what are those priorities? Is there something you want to learn? Is it something you want to experience? Think about it. Sit down, and when you decide what that is, make time for it. Just like you have to make time to organize, you have to make time for those things. Block out the first week of January, basically so that you can begin to get into a routine of structuring. I love blocking out my time. I love color coding. I use a physical planner, but I also have my digital calendar, my Google Calendar. And therefore, I use it. I use colors and I block out things. I block out my morning time. That's the time just for me to get up, to pray, to meditate, to just be quiet and still before I start my workday. I block out time to make sure I exercise. Now, it's not necessarily the same time every day, but I block out a specific amount of time to do that. I block out time once a month just to kind of just sit and plan about the business. But I make sure I block out time for those meetings. I have a quarterly meeting with a colleague who happens to be a professional organizer as well as a podcaster, Dana L'Oreal Moran. I block out time. We block out time just to connect. And I'm starting to do that a little bit more with other professional women so we can truly stay connected. We don't necessarily have to do it on a monthly basis. I block out time weekly to go to my group coaching session with my business coach. So what is it that you want to do? Now, refresh the routines. What routines need to be refreshed? For me, my routine was always to wake up Saturday morning and actually do my meal prep. Well, I'm not saying I don't ever do it on Saturday, but for some reason, I love doing meal prep on a Friday. You know why? For me, because I feel like I am regaining my time on the weekends to do whatever I want or to do nothing. So, what routines? For a long time, I would do that cleaning and everything on a Saturday and realize I don't really want to do everything on a Saturday. So, there are certain things that I do during the week. I'll clean, my bathroom on the weekend, but then I might do laundry in the week and do something else. And it's like refreshing those routines because we change, so our routines need to change as well. And also, do we need to change how we do the routines? Someone shared with me that they were just getting a little overwhelmed with laundry. And we sometimes can get that to that point. Well, they realized that there was a location close to them that would do laundry within their budget. So sometimes it's looking at different things like that as well. So change up that routine. That's number, refresh those routines. And then, of course, schedule wellness and self-care. What's your wellness? What is it in your schedule? Is that something? Because if that's a priority, then it needs to be in your schedule for 2026. Exercise, walking, some type of, a lot of people are into sports. What is it? What do you want to do? Self care. Self care is not always getting your nails done, getting the pedicure. Self care could be a massage. Self care could be, when the weather permits, I like to just sit by a body of water and just kind of take it in. So those are things. What is your self care? Or, put that in your routine. Block time out, whether you need to do it, because depending on what you do, because when we give out a lot, you may be giving out a lot on your job, self care. I didn't mean to say self care. I'm going to say caregiving. Um, all of those things, when you're just constantly giving out, you need to give yourself back something as well. So think about that. And also, spending. You know, what is your spending like? So think about that, because that's part of wellness and self care too, is looking at our spending. And I know a lot of people are doing that just right now. So how are you going to take those habits into the new year? And number 5, decluttering your mind. Journaling, brain dumping. Just the other day, I did a brain dump. I had so much going on my mind that I woke up and I just listed everything down, because it was like I cannot move. I couldn't even get into my space where I do my prayer and my meditation, because there was so much going on in this mind that I said, wait a minute. And it was just me just getting a piece of paper out, making my list, and then I was able to move on. Now, sometimes brain dumping, you can do it at night. Sometimes you could do it in the morning. But think about that as well. Because decluttering your mind, you may have to do it daily. You may have to do it weekly. You may not have to do it monthly or quarterly. But incorporate that as well into what you need. Because we're talking about organizing our life, organizing our time. So I'm going to go through these again for you. Audit your time and set priorities. Really think about what your priorities are. My priorities when I was 20, you know, they are totally different now that I'm in my 60s. I like to make sure, which I'm getting into that part, but I like to make sure my priority is that I walk so many days a week. And I even push myself. One day I knew I wanted to walk this distance. I didn't realize it was 8 miles going and comes 4 miles each way, because I walked and I came back. But sometimes we need to actually, and I made time for that, because I know I'm like, okay, I know that if I do this walk, I might be tired, but because I've built my body up, I wasn't as tired as I thought I would be. Block out, like that first week of January, really begin to start thinking about the stuff, what you want to do regards to your priorities, your wellness, your relationships, all of those things. Block out that time. Refresh your routines. Some of us have had routines for decades, and even though they're good, but is there a better way to do things? We've all learned that, yes, we all, some of us grew up where, hey, we would go to the grocery store and we would get our things. We would get what we needed. But now we realize, what? Stuff can be shipped to us. So sometimes it's looking and thinking about that as well. Our routines. Schedule your wellness and self-care, making sure you do that, making sure at least and weekly. But I always tell people we can take care of ourselves every single day. You wake up, you do your prayer, your meditation, your exercise before you start your workday. During your workday, you take those lunches and those breaks. Then at the end of your day, you do just a little bit something for yourself before you have to start that evening. I call it that evening shift of maybe doing homework, maybe taking care of your caregiver. So self-care, it can be incorporated. And then last, decluttering our mind. We carry so much weight in these brains that we need to just kind of release it and just put it on a piece of paper. That's all we have to do. So, in all of that, and organizing your time and your life, it's really about making it a priority, making the life that you want a priority, making sure that you're not overwhelmed, you're not stressed out, and that you are really just allowing yourself to be healthy and to be happy and just to really truly live the life that you were purposed to live. Because that's really what organizing your life does. It allows you to just be able to be who you were truly, truly called to do. Doctor, teacher, mother, caregiver, community advocate, whatever it is. So I hope throughout this year that you have gained something from these episodes that have helped you on that journey to get a little closer to whatever you need to do and whatever your purpose and your plan, purpose and plan is for your life. So I wanted to share that with you. So listen to this again. Share this episode with someone that you know and love who could, hopefully be benefit from this. Well, again, this is the last episode for 2025. Wow. So again, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I truly appreciate you. And of course, for those of you who are listening via the audio version, stay tuned because I still have some last minute tips and strategies before we end this year organized. So, but for those of you who are just watching me via the video, thank you so much. Continue to have a clutter-free day, an organized week, but also have a very happy and organized new year. So, what was your takeaway from this episode? This last episode? I keep saying it, the last episode for 2025. What was your takeaway? Are you going to really block out time, change your routines, or maybe incorporate a little bit more wellness and self care because you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, almost leading to burnout? Please let me know in the comments below. But also make sure you check out all of the links because for those resources can help you really truly live an organized life. And also check out my ebooks as well because they will help you on that journey to live in an organized life too. So again, continue to have a clutter-free day. Have a fabulous 2026.